Well, hey guys, what is going on? Happy 2024. Now I'm doing this video because there's been a lot of requests for how to set up Facebook ads for local lead gen. So if you target realtors, if you target HVAC, if you target pest control, construction, etc., etc., etc. So this is how you want to set up a stock standard default campaign on Facebook. Now, after doing literally thousands of campaigns, I've found that this method is pretty foolproof. So let's go through all of the components step by step. All right, so the first one and the first thing you want to think about is what type of setup do you want to have? So the setup actually is, what is the conversion mechanism? Is it going to be a landing page? Is it going to be a lead form? Is it going to be Messenger? I've found that for starters, the best you can work with, at least to begin to get some traction, is lead form. I would avoid Messenger in most instances because the way that Messenger works sometimes with Facebook is a little bit glitchy. So I would start with lead form as the first and primary conversion objective. And then over time, if you do develop a good lead for sort of landing page setup, I would move to a landing page. Okay, so really the minimum budget that you need to actually get results in most niches is around $20 per day. Now here's a little hack. A lot of people ask, how do I price my services? Do I include ad spend? Do I have ad spend as separate? What I found works well in terms of actually getting sales is to price it at a daily ad spend and just explain to the prospect, hey, you know what? It's not going to be a fixed monthly ad spend because it's going to vary depending on your results. So we at least say start at $15 to $20 per day. If you need to scale up and it works really well, then we'll scale up and you'll be spending more. So actually make the point that if it works, they'll be spending more than what they think. But just tell them, if you're spending more, you're making money. So it doesn't matter. So that's what you want to do for the budget. So 20 really is sort of the minimum starting point that you want to be at. Okay, so in terms of the ad copy needs to be pretty systematic. You don't want to try and change the framework too much. Obviously within the framework, you want to get creative and change things, but basically the framework stays the same. So you've got call out the audience, so attention, area, or attention homeowners, or attention blah, 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 blah. It doesn't have to be attention, but that's just one instance. And then have the benefit in the top of the ad copy. So that framework stays pretty constant. You don't want to change that too much. Now, as soon as you've gone through the benefit and the calling out of the audience in the headline, so this is at the top of the copy, the second thing you want to go through is the story, setup, or offer. So if you're a gym, it would sound something like this. Hey there, my name is Henry. I run XYZ Gym at Victor Harbour. We are looking for 10 individuals who want to make 2024 their best year yet and to get in the best shape they've ever been in their life. As a very special promo, we are offering your first week completely free. This means you can train, use all of our equipment, have a session with a trainer while paying $0 down. This allows you to get things going, and then obviously, so something like that would probably actually work quite well. Then the bullets, usually in the bullets, you want to outline what are the benefits of the service. So you want to talk about benefits, but then also talk about the deliverables or the features. So for instance, we have treadmills, we have a sauna. So that stuff does matter because people often ask those questions on the phone. Hey, do you have this? Hey, do you have a crate? Blah, 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 that type of stuff. Okay, so now we'll go into the creative. So the creative, usually you want it to be candid. I didn't add this, but the more designed and Canva-ish the creative is, the worse. So you want to avoid stuff that looks designed and Canva-ish. It just looks cool, like you think it looks good, but it doesn't work. So the stuff that you want needs to be candid, like iPhone photos, You want people's faces in there. You want color in there. You want text-heavy creatives work well too, and videos work well also. So yeah, videos work well also. So definitely have videos in the mix as well. Okay, so in terms of the offer, there are two types of offers that you can basically run. The first is an info offer, which is sort of like an information booklet. So this could be, how to grow your wealth in 2024 as an Aussie. It could be what is the price of your property in XYZ area. So people want to know what their property is worth, stuff like that. So information booklets work really well to get leads that are sort of top of funnel. Then you can have a direct offer, which could be, we had a direct offer for a law firm that we're running where we said, hey, we can guarantee you 10 inquiries every month. And the reason that we're different is because of ABC. And that worked really, really well in terms of getting, good law firms actually inquiring. Like we had really good, I'm not talking about leads for a law firm. I'm talking about law firms that wanted to work with the agency that we were doing ads for. It worked really well. So direct offers work. With local lead gen, you want it to make it personalized. So don't try and make it sound corporate. Don't try and make it sound like, you're a big chain. You want to make it sound like you're local and personal. That will work way better. If you try and sound like you're corporate or try and sound like, got this big business, people don't want that. People want local. They will often buy into you as a person. They'll buy into the place just because it's convenient. They're not going to buy it because you've got a superior product like Apple. It's just not realistic. They're going to be working with because they like you, because you're convenient, and you've got like a pretty good, easy offer. So they're not going to, be blown away by any real offer. Like offers are not really going to blow away people too much. Although in a way, the offer does make sense in terms of getting people in the door, but what's going to keep them there is your service. But, for instance, Gym Launch, they changed the whole gym industry by offering what was called a free challenge. So the free challenge was where people would actually have to pay. So it was kind of false advertising in a way, but I'll explain how it works. So they said, hey, it's a free challenge. You do have to pay $600 to join, which is not free. But if you get the goals that you predetermined that you want to get, you get a full refund. So that's where the free challenge came into play. And that actually worked really well. So that's an example of just getting a lot of people in the door quickly, getting cash coming through quickly, and then being able to upsell them on the back end to a monthly recurring revenue offer or whatever the case may be. Okay, cool. So there's also awareness videos that you can do where you push a really high quality video with information and, just really displaying your personality. That's the whole point of awareness videos, is you want to give away value, but also it's an opportunity for you to display your personality. So that is the point of an awareness type video. And then the last thing is the ad set setup. So for instance, broad targeting, 18 to 55 is the age, usually radius 5 kilometers as a starting point. This really is area dependent. You don't want to change the radius too much. You don't want to stick to like 5 kilometers as a flat thing across different areas. It really depends on the population. So if it's a highly dense area, a smaller radius. If it's a pretty small, densely populated area, or not a densely populated area, have a bigger radius. And then sometimes as a way to improve things, you can have a men and women split. That's it. I don't think I'll go through examples in this video. I'll save that for another video. But thanks for watching, guys. If you like the content, subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.